She makes like video content of old games, like
I'm sorry,
Juggernaut.
baby.
Alright, if you're gonna have these conversations, can you please let me know?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're being insanely loud.
I am. I'm sorry. I was too loud, guys.
I gotta feel in trouble.
I'm sorry. My wife wants to go to sleep. I'm sorry, guys.
With $1 tip. Your Honda gameplay is impressive. Seeing you go on your best Honda streak is inspiring. Get the Leverless and use it to reach Grand Master. You're among the best Honda players I've ever seen. This guy is so full of crap. So last night, I played Street Fighter 6. And admittedly, when we started, it was very rough. And what I mean by that is, E Honda is just not a good character in Street Fighter 6. It's sad. I wish he was. But he has so many detriments. And what I mean by that is, unlike other characters, he doesn't have a true reversal. Okay? What the game expects you to do to get out of pressure is the meter-burned version of his headbutt. The problem is, you could throw it. That's his reversal. So because of that, anyone who's like a rushdown or pressure character can literally stay in his face, every once in a while throw, and stuff his attempts to get out of anything. So he's pretty darned weak, in my opinion. But after about an hour of getting spanked, all right, I turned it around. I ended up going on a pretty good streak. And I ended up at the end of the night, I think I was around 1,550 points. So I gained around 50 points net by the end of the night, which is good. I definitely won more than I lost. And I'll be honest, I don't know why, but I think Honda is the character I do best with online currently. All right, I do know why. Here's why. Because Honda sucks. And because Honda sucks, when I play with him, a lot of people have no concept of how to beat him because no one online plays Honda competently. That means that basically anyone who plays Honda is a scrub. And they just play crappy patterns, and people memorize those patterns and know how to beat it, but I don't use those patterns. I play him competently. I play him intelligently, as if it's a fighting game rather than a pattern recognition game. So because of that, half the people I play have no clue what's going on. I was playing people that were like over 1,500, almost 1,600 points, and I was beating them 2-0. Meanwhile, I'd play against the pattern play Cammies, and they beat me easily, even the low-ranked ones, because Cammy beats Honda clean. Like, all her stuff beats almost everything he has, and he has no way to really get out of her pattern garbage. So, it was actually an interesting stream last night with me actually bouncing back and doing well. We're going to do Friday night fights again on Friday night, and I'm wondering, should I pick Honda again? Should I stick with him and try to climb the ranks? Or do people want variety? Should we do Dalzim? Should we do Blanca? You know, I'm curious. I don't know what to do, but we'll probably talk about that when we get closer to Friday. Maybe we'll do another poll. Now, since we're on the topic, okay, we might as well just talk about this now and get it out of the way, because this is one of the topics that I wanted to talk about today, okay? So, FYI, okay, what was I going to say? Oh, I saw this morning that there is a new joystick, all right, that is being announced this morning, actually, for pre-order. And this joystick is right up my alley, except it's not a joystick, okay? What do I mean by that? So Victrix, the company who I have their joystick, it's this Rolls Royce of joysticks, they called it, right? It's made of aluminum, has RGBs all over it, okay? It works with both PlayStation as well as PC. I love the joystick, although I'll be honest, the joystick itself, the stick was not that good, and it kind of wore out and broke within about a year. So I replaced the joystick, I replaced the buttons, and now I just love the body of the stick. I think it's really sleek. I love how it feels. You know, I can clean it easily works with PC and PlayStation, you know, swappable, etc. So I really like this joystick, okay? But over the few years that I've had, I think I've had about 2 years now, people have said, you know, are you ever going to adopt Leverless? Because a lot of competitive players have dropped the whole joystick part of their controllers. They now use what they call, I guess one brand is called Hitbox, but it's just all switches. It's 4 buttons that you use for 4 directions. And then there's all your other buttons, right? So for Leverless, it's just something everyone uses now. In particular, if you saw the other day, I was fighting a Guile, okay? And that Guile threw a Sonic Boom and then immediately did a Flash Kick. And you might say, how did that Guile throw a Sonic Boom and then do a Flash Kick? Well, because when you use certain controllers, it's much easier to retain a charge and do 2 moves back to back like that. And he probably, honestly, was using Leverless. I think he probably was, because that's actually kind of a tricky tactic people have been using with charge characters, is when you use Leverless, you can retain a charge while doing other moves. So, I've been debating it, for a couple of years. Should I try Leverless? Is there something that I should do? I've been on joystick my whole life. I grew up playing in American arcades where it was American-style joysticks, which, for the record, are very different than the current joysticks everyone uses. The American style were very tall, and the handle wasn't a ball top, but it was this big, almost like oblong, weird, oval-shaped. And the switches inside were dramatically different from the switches that we also use today. Today, there's little micro switches. Back then, they were big, chunky ones. The response time wasn't as good. It was very different. Then, at one point, we all realized the Japanese-style sticks are actually superior, and everyone dropped the American style and basically never used them again. But with Leverless, you can get even quicker responses. Okay? Seriously, you get even quicker responses by just pressing a button down rather than pulling in a direction. It's much easier to hold and then roll your fingers or hold and release than it is to go with a joystick like this. You'll just get a better response. I can see, I've pictured in my head playing on a Leverless, meaning you put your 4 fingers down on 4 buttons and you say, if I'm going to do Shoryuken, you go doop, just like this, doop, and you press a button. Doop, that's Shoryuken. You see? But the thing is, if I were to do that, if I were to get a Leverless joystick, okay, it would be a big investment. Not only money, because yes, I'd have to buy the joystick, but I hate to say it, it's also going to be time, okay? And the time investment may be the thing that I'm not willing to do and you don't care about, okay? If I buy a Leverless joystick, I need to play fighting games. I need to practice fighting games. Like the first session, I can't just go online and play. I'm going to have to go to training mode for hours and try out special moves and try out certain things. Each character is going to feel so different when I'm actually doing this, okay? To be honest, I think if I adapt and I convert to Leverless, I might actually play better. Reason being, if you haven't noticed, I've said this a few nights now, I just seem to have problems pulling off certain things for some reason. I'm in the middle of a combo with Honda, and I hit with the chop, I drive rush, and I go chop, push, because you got to do the push, do the combo. Push won't come out. What happened? And it always seems to be facing right. I can't get the push to come out facing right. I have to force it hard with the joystick, then it'll come out. I don't know if it's my hands. It could be. I'm getting old. And my execution is just bad in that direction. When I do it left, it seems to come out every time. When I do it right, it drops half the time. Could be me getting old, And the difference is, instead of having to force this direction versus just tap a couple buttons, tapping the buttons will probably be easier. Just in general, drive rushing forward, I've had some issues where sometimes I try to drive rush forward and I just get a standing parry. Why? Because the game didn't register my double tap on the joystick. If you just got to tap a button twice, that's easier than a full double tap on a joystick. Just saying. Now that's Street Fighter 6. As other fighting games come out, I think that Leverless might actually be a good investment. But again, could be a problem of time. I don't necessarily foresee my audience wanting to see me sit there practicing fighting games with a Leverless joystick, okay? So I actually saw this announcement this morning that Victrix actually has a new joystick now available for pre-order that's right up my alley. You want to see it? I'm going to show it to you. And the funny part is I'm going to show you the new one that's available for pre-order. Then I'm going to show you the ones that already exist. And I'm going to show you how funny this is. Okay, you ready? So here we go. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what to do. Because here's the thing. Would I like to do it? Yes. To be honest, that is an opportunity. It's a unique joystick. It's kind of a collector's item. It looks amazing. The unboxing would be fun. Messing around with it, learning Leverless could be really cool. Okay? But I don't want to lock you guys into something you're not interested in. I don't want you to have to be sticking around. Oh, Phil's going to do a Leverless stream today. Oh, that means he has to go to training mode and practice first before he even plays people. I don't want people to sit around and complain. I don't. I want to do something that people are interested in and are going to be like, hey, I'm there for it. That's cool that you're doing something different that we've asked for years or whatever. The thing is, I don't know. I don't know if there really is that much interest because I've gotten questions, but I haven't necessarily gotten a ton of people who seem to be like invested in me doing it. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Right now, Street Fighter 6 is doing pretty good. It doesn't mean that it's going to continue to do good, but there are other fighting games coming out this year. These Invincible Versus, the Avatar, and Marvel Tokon all are coming out this year. And so I might actually get a good amount of use out of a new joystick. Be it, there's no joystick in it. What are they calling them for the record? Are they just calling them leverless? Is that all they call them? Leverless? What do they call it? A leverless controller? Because it's not a stick anymore, right? What do they even call? I don't even know. What do you think? What do they call these things? You got to love people who are just mentally deficient, who say, well, play it off stream and then come back and play it on stream when you're good at it. No, stupid. I just said I don't have time to do that. I work 6 days a week. I stream a ton. That's my job. I have no time off stream to be practicing with this thing. So it's either on stream or it doesn't happen. I literally just said that. Okay? So that's the decision that we have to make. So some people are saying, yes, it would be cool to do this. Other people are saying, no, it would not be. And you see, this is where, I don't know, this is where it gets dicey. I'll be honest with you. Here's the worst case scenario for me. I buy it. I get it. We do our stream. Everyone complains this is boring. Why did you commit to this? Why are you doing this on stream? Well, because I do everything on stream. I don't game off stream. I don't have time to game off stream. Okay? I got a life. I'm married. I don't play games off stream ever. Everything that I do with games is on stream. So if we're going to do this, this is an investment for the streams and we have to do it together live on stream. If the answer is, well, we don't want that, then it's not worth it. Forget it. I'll just continue to use regular joysticks then. Okay? But that's what I'm looking for. Like, would people who are into fighting games care about me taking the time to use Leverless and learn it and possibly improve my game? Because to be honest, I do actually think Leverless improves your game. There's been many FGC players who have converted off of joystick to Leverless, and they all agree that it actually is a better way to control games in the modern era. It's too bad we didn't have it back in the day, because I would have loved to just learn that and not how it would have been back in the day. But I don't know. So I'm thinking about it, okay? And if, for the record, that stick, if I do pre-order that one, it is releasing, I think, the first week of April. Where's the date? April 9th, supposedly. Okay? So if I do pre-order it, it comes out April 9th. Only a little, I guess, birthday present to myself. And then probably right after that, when I get it, we'll do a live unboxing and we'll do a stream where all I do is try to mess with this thing and try to learn how to play with it. And it might be rough going, man. It might be. You know what? It very much could be that maybe the way to go is that if I'm going to use Hitbox, that maybe I do learn a new character. Because then at least I'd start at low ranks. You know what I mean? Like, I'd actually start at way low rankings. So that way, learning, I won't have to fight master players. I don't know, maybe. We could do that, perhaps. All right? So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Okay? So, Falopino says, look up Hot 42R16. It does the same thing for less than $100. Hot 42R16. I mean, I'll look at it. Hold on. Did you mean T16? Because that's what came up when I searched, not R16. Sehaway Hot 42 T16 Pro V2 all button arcade stick game finger with turbo function. Works with PC, PS3, PS4, Switch, and Steam. Supports hot swappable. 1 millisecond delay.